Here we are, putting the Christmas decorations away for another year. Most of that's R&D paperwork, and a lot of this is books I had. Where the office is now, that was full of car books, magazines, all that sort of stuff that I'd collected, and I'll show you that another day. But anyway, this is a film for, as you know, I'm a truck driver. I've been doing it for 30 odd years now. Yeah. And I just thought we would reminisce a little bit about the old way of doing it. And I'm talking about way before sat-navs. You used to get your big book out, your big map, and you knew roughly where you were going, you know, roughly what area you had to go to. But the thing was, you went to a place, and then I've just noticed these are all in alphabetical order. That's going to be a thing to put back. Then you got to the town you wanted, and you had to find this street name in a town. This is way before sat-navs, before sat-navs were even invented. And you know, sat-navs were absolutely is a fantastic thing. I absolutely think that sat-navs is the sat-nav and the mobile phone, and now Google Earth, is one of the best things that they ever invented. But look at this. So every town you went to, you had to grab yourself a little shop. You had a big one, the general area, and then you had to get something a bit closer. And you know, finding addresses in the old days with Arctics, remember, no mobile phones. If you had to do any phoning, the customer would come out to you. You'd have to ring the customer to find out where your driver was. Is he there yet? No. Oh yeah, he was here half an hour ago. So you'd figure out which way you was going, and you had to ring him. And then you'd sometimes get a message, oh, the office wants you to ring. So you would then, in an Arctic, in the middle of the town or wherever you might be, you would you'd have to go and find a phone box. You'd have to go and find a phone box, and then you would, from there on, you would have to ring the office. And that's the way it was, you know, that's the way it was. Completely different. None of this automatic gearbox, which is another fantastic invention. I'm sure it saved a lot of knees and a lot of shoulders. And I'm sure it'd be very interesting to see now, you know, look at these maps and how many shopping centres have arrived that wasn't on these maps. How many, excuse me, how many things, new industrial estates have arrived, you know, and I'm just reluctant. I know they're up here, and you know, monetary wise they're worth nothing, but you know, every town you went, you ran off, you went to the local post office and you grabbed any sort of street map to go find out where you were going. We used to do a lot of deliveries in the old factories down the old streets. And if you knew, you knew. But if you didn't know, and you didn't have a phone, and you didn't have a sat-nav, that was the proper skill. That was way before all these prima donnas turned up with their fancy new trucks and their sat-navs and their phones. So I don't want to let go of them. That's my history. I better put them back in now in alphabetical order. So I'm going to leave you alone.